What's going on? Welcome to 2024. This is the first video for the new year and I'm super excited and happy to bring this fragrance to you guys because I know it's been all the rage throughout social media and I'm super excited for it. It's coming from one of my favorite houses, a house that I collect a lot of, pretty much almost there for the full collection, so Argos. But truth be told, this is going to be an unboxing video, first impressions video, for the fragrance called Birth of Venus from the House of Argos. So I'm super happy to bring this to you, and stick around. I mean, what are we waiting for? So, the House of Argos, what can I say? They have some bangers. If you guys haven't experienced anything from the House of Argos, there's going to be a link in the description below. Hit it. It is, something, if you click it and you buy something, I will get a little bit of like credit or commission for it. So just, want to be fully transparent about that. But this bottle that I have in my hand that I'm waving around is Birth of Venus. I did buy this with my own money, so this review is, as we like to say, as legit as it will be. But if you guys haven't checked out the other fragrances in the house, hands down, start with Triumph of Bacchus. You can't go wrong. They have samples on the website, so hit that up. You can start with Triumph of Bacchus. You can try, then move on to Danae. One of my other favorites is Love Triumphs Over War. There's so many bangers in the house. Adonis Awakens. If you like something a little bit more feminine, Pallas Athene, Birth of Venus. There's so many bangers. So definitely check it out. Highly recommended. This is a house, in my opinion, I think is definitely going to give you a good run for your money. The value that you get out of it, the enjoyment that you get with the fragrances, hands down, amazing. But without further ado, we're going to talk about this beautiful bottle called Birth of Venus from the House of Argos. So first things first, I'm going to run my unboxing video in the background as I talk about this fragrance. We're going to talk about the packaging because one thing that I do want to mention is I did an unboxing for Boudicca the Victorious. You'll see the link up here, for two fragrances that were expensive, plus $1,000. And I railed on their packaging and I railed on their presentation. This is going to be the flip side. Argos, in my opinion, has one of the top tier presentations for a fragrance house that I've ever seen. And that starts with their outside slip. So the outside slip cover that you'll see is designed beautifully. The artistry is fantastic. The painting is fantastic. There's a one continuous flow to the painting all around the box. And the lettering and the wording does not have like a obtrusive type of factor to it, an element to it. It really kind of has this continuous approach where, in my opinion, I've personally wanted to look at finding a way to frame the artwork so I can kind of hang it around, the display cabinet back here and introduce like an element of artistry. I think their boxes, and that ranges from a lot of their fragrances that they have in their house, is fantastic. The slipcover is beautiful. It tells a story. It has elements of, what you're going to expect and that anticipation and hype of not wanting to throw the slipcover away. That, in my opinion, already has brownie points. Next, when we move on to the actual box that the fragrance is housed in, that is stunning. You can tell Christian Petrovich has put together a lot of effort and thought into packaging and sending out his fragrances, and rightfully so. It's a newer brand within the industry. I think the fragrances that they have are absolutely fantastic, and when you open the package from when you get it to unfolding the box and the quality of the magnets that even, you know, snap the box shut, to the way that the fragrance is secured inside the box is stunning. But then when you look at the design of the box and the different colors that the other fragrances have within his line, there's a element of collection, a element of, you know, if I have a couple extra bucks lying around, why not add something else and see what, you know, that artist or that presentation has for me, and I can add it into my collection, not even talking about the bottle design. So I love the white faux leather. It might be even real leather. I don't think it's real leather, but the faux leather. I love the lettering, the Birth of Venus lettering, the Argos logo lettering in gold. I think it's fantastic. The way that the box is designed, in my opinion, it has the white with the gold on the side, is fantastic because there's nothing that clashes. There's a lot of harmony, and the box feels great. It feels really, really nice. There's, you know, elements of design that I absolutely love. When you open the box and you, not even again getting to the fragrance yet, but when you see the inside of the box and it has the story of Birth of Venus, that's beautiful. That's amazing. There's thought process. There's lore. There's something for me to go back to if I ever just want a quick little read to understand what the creator or what the artist was thinking about for the influence of the fragrance. That's phenomenal. And I don't have to go to a website to search for the top, middle, and heart notes because everything is there. And it's beautifully laid out. I think it's absolutely fantastic. The thought process is fantastic. And like I mentioned from the other video, when you're talking about having something that is created by a brand and then the wow factor from opening it to the end, the wow factor still remains. And that's not even talking about the fragrance in itself. I'm not BSing you guys. Like, honestly, if something is crap, something is crap. I'll let you know. I love Argos and I love what they do with their boxes, their presentation. I just think it's absolutely, absolutely fantastic. So what we're really here for is the fragrance, Birth of Venus. Now, the bottle design is absolutely stunning. I think it's one of the best in the business. If we're talking about the actual bottle, the plaque, in my opinion, I think is just absolutely gorgeous. The plaque is so stunning. It's embedded into the bottle, so you can see that there was a bit of like an indentation in the glass, like the manufacturing of the glass, for the plaque to be supported. It's so secure. You know, it's glued on perfectly. When you take a look through the bottle, you don't see massive like glue blots that I've seen in other brands that are prestigious. You got Birth of Venus on the plaque in writing, and there's 2 jewels on the side, which again I think is just a great touch. You got the Argos cap with the beautiful logo with a jewel on the cap as well. I feel like the cap is weighted perfectly fine. It's not too crazy heavy. It snaps shut. You do have to be careful when you do pull off the cap because sometimes it is a little bit tight. A little twist and just a gentle pull off. You should be good. And then when you put it back on, again, just a little bit of force, nothing too crazy. And again, given with the Greek type of mythology that these fragrances are based off of, you get a beautiful column bottle. And the thing that I love about it is there's so much consistency within the brand that they do it for all of their bottles, which makes collecting it even that more better. And when you're talking about different types of plaques on the bottle, you have, again, a little bit of a collection element with, you know, Danae, with Adonis Awakens, with, you know, Love Triumphs Over War. There's elements of that artistry that you're just like, damn, I'd love to kind of have that in my collection. And I've had people reach out when I've posted the videos online of, you know, the bottles sitting within a snowstorm, that they just would love to try the fragrance just based off of the bottle design. Beautiful. That means something. That says something. So kudos to Argos for really designing a beautiful bottle, especially with the Argos on the bottom over here etched. I think it's just absolutely stunning, fantastic. You know, kudos to you guys for all the design elements. I just think it's so well crafted, and the bottle's not even sharp. It has, you know, rounded corners over here that I absolutely love. So I don't want to say 10 out of 10, but this is close. This is as close to perfection as you can get with a bottle, I think. So excellent job there, Christian. Now, let's talk about the scent, because the scent is one of the most important parts, right? So first impressions of the scent, I'm just going to give it a spray. So the atomizer, beautiful, one of the best in the business. It has that spring type of functionality where it's just like it goes down and the mist kind of just comes out. It's amazing, best, one of the best atomizers that I've seen. Now the scent, I don't necessarily want to say that I'm not a fan of the scent. I do like the scent to a certain degree. I don't think it's one for me personally, so I'm just going to put that out there. So the opening spray, you know, at first spray, I get a nice light peach and osmanthus combo radiating off of my skin. I think the citrus notes do not come out too aggressively on me. The fragrance does lean a tiny bit aquatic to my nose. I did step out of my room for a tiny bit, and it was just, you know, just to kind of get a little bit of a break from, you know, B-roll and all that stuff. And when I came back, the scent was lingering in the air. It was lingering really well, and it was beautiful. I thought it was really nice. There were hints of cacao, chocolate, a richness, sort of like again, like a light cacao brewing in the vicinity. It was actually really nice. Now, I don't personally think it's a chocolatey scent at all. I think the peach and the white florals kind of dominate this fragrance, but that cacao kind of being in the background, I think is phenomenal. I do think the scent definitely leans a little bit more feminine than unisex. It does have a floral sweetness. To me personally, that might be a little too much on me. But again, smelling it in the air, I'm really impressed with it. I think it's a very high quality. I don't get too much heavy lavender in this, but I'm sure it's there to just calm the other notes down and prevent it from going overly sweet while still retaining the floral note and delicacy of the scent profile. The peach, I think, remains for a while, even during the dry down. So I did wear this when I first got it, after I did unbox it, and I did find that the peach lasted, which is fantastic. I do love a peach note. It's nice and fruity but light. It does complement, I think, the raspberry note, which brings forth a bit of juiciness to it, which I think is absolutely stunning. And I can get hints of iris in the background. So if I dig a bit deep enough for the iris, you can definitely catch a tiny hint of powdery notes. And I think, again, it's not really there to say, hey, I'm iris, look at me. It's more to say, hey, you know what? I can be that little bit of an instrument in the background that helps balance the rest of the notes down. So I think having that type of play with the background notes, I think is fantastic. Now, I think during the mid, you'll kind of get a little bit of an aquatic feel with it. And the aquatic feel, I don't want to necessarily say is like a blue fragrance, because it's absolutely not. But there is a little bit of an aquatic feel where it does feel coastal in a sense. So not blue, but a bit coastal. Like it has a little bit of that airiness and that coastalness, that breeze, that marine-esque type of factor to it, but not totally. It does help kind of balance the fragrance a bit, especially when you start getting that white florals kicking in, because it has a little bit of a marine white floral type of aspect to it, which I think for a female would be phenomenal. I think my fiance, when she gets this fragrance and plays around with it, I think she's going to absolutely love it and enjoy it. And me, being the person that'll be within her vicinity, I think I'll be the person who enjoys and appreciates that fragrance a lot more than me wearing the fragrance for myself. Which again, I'm not against, because I have so many other fragrances which I could wear as well. So we can enjoy the experience together. So again, during the mid and the dry down, you know, a lot of white florals. I do get a light fruity experience with it. It does feel like the white florals are freshly spritzed by a sweet fruitiness, like a sweet fruity element. So I do appreciate and like that a lot. It does wear very light, and I think it does have a great airy presence to it, which I think is phenomenal. You can tell from the juice color. The juice color has amazing ingredients. You can tell, you know, the background notes, the composition there is the quality of the ingredients are top notch. So, you know, highly think that this is a great composition. It's just, I think it does lean a tiny bit more feminine than the other fragrances that I've tried from Argos. So, you know, again, I do want to be transparent. For me, I don't think this would be a scent that I'd primarily rush to and wear on a day-to-day basis or even on a weekly basis. I do think if I have it in my cupboard, which I will, I'll wear it seldomly. I think there will be moments where I do crave this type of scent profile, and I think it'll be very situational for me. But I think for my partner, I think she would end up enjoying this a lot more and having a little bit more of a wearing experience than I would. I think she would reach for this a lot more than I would. And again, that's not trying to say that the scent is bad or anything like that, because it is the furthest thing from that. It's really, really good. It's just, again, you know, if somebody else is going to enjoy it more than I will, then hey, kudos to you. I think, you know, this could be a scent for you. I think what really kind of sets it a little bit different for me, and something that I might not appreciate a lot of, is more so of the fruity sweetness that comes with it. And again, this is me personally, because that's not the type of fragrance that I personally like wearing. I do like my spices a little bit more. I do like my tobaccos a little bit more. I do enjoy my vetivers, things like that. More so, a lot of the fragrances that I personally enjoy and love do not have a fruity element of sweetness to it. The only exception really for me is probably like a Triumph of Bacchus, that I enjoyed that white peach a lot. So that's kind of where I personally sit with Birth of Venus. I do think, again, the fragrance is phenomenal in terms of quality, and I think a good variety of people will end up enjoying it. I just personally, again, for me, it might just not be my type of thing. But everything from packaging, everything from the bottle design, even the quality of the scent, the way it lingers in the air, I think is absolutely fantastic and phenomenal. You know, I think Argos has a hit on their hands. I've seen other reviewers, and I know that other reviewers are enjoying this fragrance a lot. I think for me, out of the new releases, the one that I enjoy the most, and that's hands down, is Love Triumphs Over War. I think that one is a masterpiece. I always say, you know, for me, Danae, Triumph of Bacchus were my top two. I think Love Triumphs Over War gives those two a solid run for their money. So I just want to say again, thank you guys for sticking with me. I hope you guys enjoyed this unboxing and first impressions and review of Birth of Venus. Now, if I was to put a score on Birth of Venus, you know, again, for me personally, and again, this is how it sits for me, I would give this one a solid 7.2 out of 10. I think scent-wise, I think, you know, it's a little bit tougher. But if we're talking about the whole package experience, when we're talking about the bottle design, adding it to my collection, I'll give it a solid 8 because, again, I think Argos does a fantastic job with their box, their artwork, you know, the want for me to want to have another Argos fragrance. So, you know, keep on doing what you're doing, Christian. I think you have a phenomenal brand on your hands, and you know, your mindset, I think, is absolutely great with the development of these fragrances. You know, I will be reviewing a lot more from Argos because I do pretty much have their whole collection. So in the comments, drop down what you guys think, what you guys want me to review next from Argos. And if I have it, I'll definitely drop a review on it and a nice little B-roll thing for you guys. So like the video, subscribe, please share it with friends and family, and most importantly, set yourself up for success in 2024. This is what we're going to do. We're going to achieve big things this year. All right. So thanks for sticking with me, and peace out. I'll see you guys on the next one. Later.